Good evening, you guys. My name is Marlene, and this is Marley Grace Creations. Welcome to my Facebook page. And if you're watching me from YouTube, thank you for hopping on my YouTube channel. I am way behind with loading some YouTube videos, but for some reason it's not wanting to cooperate. But I'll get it soon. I'll get it soon. Just give everybody just a minute to hop on. In the meantime, I'm going to be putting some paint on a few things. So let me just shake that paint up. Let's do this one, the navy blue, and let it be drying a little bit. Hey, Sharon. Oh my, can I even get this off? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let me move it over here so I don't break it. Hey, Sue. How are y'all? Howdy to you. How's everybody's day? Hey, Andrea. Andrea. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Laurie. It should come off now. My goodness. Here it comes. Oh my gosh. I don't guess I've had this lid off in a while. This is kind of a navy greenish color. It's by Fusion Mineral, and it's called Chesler, Chestler. And it's a beautiful color. It's not green, and it's kind of, if you would take hunter green or emerald green and mix it with navy blue, that's kind of what you get. So, hey, Terry. Let me just grab a paintbrush, and I think I'm going to do this one, that green color. Let me get a paper towel or something under here. How is everybody today? I'm telling you, I wasn't sure if I was going to go live or not. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to or not. Our power has been off about as much as it's been on today. And not only that, but we put a sump pump in a while back, and we just had this conversation a few days ago, that when the electricity goes off, the sump pump's not going to work. It runs on electricity. So our basement would get flooded again, and we're like, oh no. So of course my husband was in a panic, and he gets online really quick and orders the generator. Well, the generator's not going to be here until Thursday. So he got it this morning really quick when the power went out, and rounded up a generator from a friend, and then the power came on. Then it went off again. So we've just been playing power on, power off all day. Hey, Miss Betty. Have you been missing for a while? Well, I knew you had, but I figured you are busy with those hats. And your husband, I understand, has been sick. Am I right? He's been sick. How's everybody now? Hey, Linda. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, you guys. Tonight, this came from Dollar Tree. Let me show you something else. These came from Dollar Tree. This is a candlestick, and this is one of those things that you can put a tea light in and burn a candle in it. We're going to turn these into kind of like little birdhouse kind of perches. These just remind me of spring, and today I didn't even want to think about winter. It's just been one nasty day today, and I thought, you know, I had a couple of other things in mind, and I thought, let's just think about spring today. Advanced heart failure. You or him? Not that it's good either way, but is it you or him? I know one of the ladies told me that he was sick. And this is slick, y'all. And normally, stuff doesn't stick to slick stuff. This Fusion does pretty good. And I'm gonna have to put a couple of coats because I'll be able to see brush strokes. But when I get through with this, you're not gonna look at it and go, oh, gee, she glued two Dollar Tree things together. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Jill. Him. Gosh, I'm sorry. Either way, I'm sorry, it's hard. But sometime when you have time, I want you to tell me about your Booth and Stanley. Can you see the difference in this already? Hey, Emma Kay. You guys, I enjoyed the junk journal thing the other day. That was a lot of fun. And that got me started on my journal that I'm doing for my daughter. So that was a good jump start. I am painting inside some of this too because you'll be able to see some. Emma, did you get to Hobby Lobby and get some books, some papers? It's kind of hard to get on the inside. I might have to get a little short paintbrush. I can't get all the way in there, but I can get mostly. It's not going to show. I do want to get in these little holes. See the wall inside the holes? You can see that they're white. So just take your paintbrush and just go all in there and get that covered up because that doesn't look good. And then I'm going to smooth this back out in just a second. And then I'm going to set it aside and let it dry while I work on the other one. And this is one of those things you have to paint it and let it dry, leave it alone because if you don't give it time to cure and do what it's going to do, it'll chip off. I work at the shop today. Oh, you have to work there? So y'all have to take turns if you have a booth, taking your day or something? It's one good thing I love about ours. We don't. We go down there and move our stuff around and take it home or bring more or whatever, and we don't do anything else. Now, does that look like two things from the Dollar Tree now? It doesn't to me. Looks so different, so much better. Okay, there's brush strokes, but it's going to need another coat. So I'm going to dry that just a little bit. I'm going to wrap this brush up in a baby wipe instead of sticking it in the water and getting another brush because I'm just going to use the same one again in just a little bit. And this will save that. Oh, thanks, Sharon. Are you interested in making one? I want to go live here like one day a week, designate it just to that. But I don't want to do it every day because there's a lot of people doing it. Not that that even matters, but I don't want to get burnt out on it. And this way, if you want to learn or if you want to do junk journaling and learn something, you can. You missed a spot on top. Okay. Well, it's going to have another coat, so it's okay. I don't see it unless it's up in one of those little holes, but it's going to have another coat here in a little bit. This is two things, Emma, from the Dollar Tree. One of these little doohickeys that you find, and this one is on a candlestick like this. And this one is, oh, that's glass. And this one is on a little riser. It's a candle thing too. And hey, Kathy. Let's see, what does that say about the light? It's the light on top. Okay. Okay. Because I'm not seeing a spot, but it's probably the light's probably bouncing off of that. And to you, it might look white. We'll see in a little bit. A reflection, maybe. because until this dries, it's kind of shiny. And this is not, it's chalk, it's infused mineral. Probably not, Sue, and that's a great idea, and I'll probably do that the next layer. That's a good idea, and then it wouldn't show any streaks or anything. Thank you, Emma K, for the stars. Hey, Sarah. Sometimes I may be interested. It looks like fun. It is. It is. And I'll do it some so you can watch, you know, and you can learn if you want to start one. I have never, like, made my own signature pages and stuck them in and sewed it in, but I want to. I'm going to do that very soon. Probably do it on my own because I don't know what I'm doing yet. But I've been watching. Okay, this, I'm not going to dry all the way. I just want to get it dry enough where I can move this. And this is what we have so far. This is this candle stand. Looks like two, but it's one. This part was white and this part was navy. And it comes as one. You could flip it over, I guess, and use it. And then this. So we're going to put a little bird and some little flowers and some bird nest stuff and all that in there in a little bit. So let me flip this over. Now we're going to do this one. Kind of a, that one's a little off. It must have slid. It looks good from the front, but not the side. Oh, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, Majo. Now, let's, I haven't had this open, apparently, in a little while, too. Doesn't take long for these jars of paint to just seize up. If you put peel and stick, or especially peel and stick on them first, it does help a lot, but, you know, who has time to do that? If I'm painting furniture, I do. A lot of stuff in today for journal. Good, good. You'll have to show me your haul in a little while. Hey, Joe. Old butter knife. I use mine all the time, Stephanie. Hey, Noelle. All the time. I don't know what I'd do without these. I brought one down here for something one day, and I ended up with two. I think I had one outside where I was painting furniture, and so I just stuck them both in here. I use them all the time. So if you don't have a butter knife in your craft stuff, you might want to be getting you one. Okay, this is celery green. This is probably, this is, not probably, this is my favorite. It's going to take several coats on this for sure, because this is clear glass. You can see right through it until this first and probably second coat dries. But this ends up being a really kind of a deep sage green color. And I'll add some gold details or something to it. We'll see. What I put this together with is Gorilla. And I'm going to show you something. I found something. It's not new, I don't think. It's just, it's this brand of clear Gorilla Glue. See the clear Gorilla Glue. It says clear right there. It's backwards, but it says clear. This says damp it, and then glue it, and then clamp it or put something heavy on it. So what they want you to do is put a little bit of water on it, not leave water, and not, yeah, I will, Sue. Not leave the water, just leave a little moisture. So what I do is spritz it, dampen it with a paper towel around a little bit, and then put these together. This holds better than anything that I have found so far, and that includes E6000. So it's not hard to find. It's not very expensive. It works. A friend of mine who's been crafting for years and years brought me some of that at church one day and said, here, I need you to use this. Everybody has trouble with their glass and metal stuff sticking and staying, you know, not coming apart. After a while it will, especially if you pull on it or drop it or, you know, something. And I said, all the time. And she said, well, this works. So I have used it, and it seems to be the best so far. Seems to. And this is Waverly. This goes on shiny surfaces pretty good. I'm just putting a thin coat and drying it. You don't want a thick coat. You just want something for your next coat to grab. But I love this color. I've got bedroom furniture in this color. And some stuff in my bathroom. Does it work outside? Sharon, I don't know. I'll ask. I have never used it for outside. I don't know. But I'll ask and see if my friend at church has done it. She makes like bird feeders and stuff. So I'm sure she has used it, and I'll ask her. I don't want to tell you yes, because I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I'm getting a very thin coat, y'all. Very thin coat. And then I'm going to dry it. And then I'm going to, like Sue said, if I pounce it on, then it won't show any streaks, and I can do it a little bit thicker. Okay, let me lay that right there. Hey, Rosalie and Terry. Oh, Emma, today has been horrible. First thing this morning, must have been about 10 o'clock. I was sitting having coffee in my pajamas thinking, I really should put some stuff in the crock pot and go ahead and get my shower. And as soon as I thought that, boom, power went out. Our power has been off as much today as it has been on. But my husband's hooked a generator up to our suck pump downstairs, because otherwise my basement would have been flooded again, bathroom and all. That's happened to me several times. So here I was downstairs just in case, throwing stuff in totes, moving it up high, getting it off the floor, putting it on my desk and chairs, moving wires. It was crazy, just boom, boom, boom. And then power comes back on. I'm like, yay. Well, everything was good for a while, and my husband located a generator from a friend because we bought one. It's not here until Thursday. So he got that hooked up, so the suck pump's great. I thought, well, I'm not putting all this stuff back together because it might happen again, indoor and outdoor. Awesome, Sue. Thank you. Well, there you go, Sharon. There you go. It says indoor and outdoor. But it says to dampen it first. It's 3 steps. Dampen it, glue it, and then clamp it or put something heavy on it. And it's supposed to do the trick. What the dampness does, I don't know, but it says that that's the important part. Okay, let's move this one to the side. Get a baby wipe. That was sweet of her to do that. Thank you so much, Sue. Okay. I also have this. Now, this is not from the Dollar Tree, but it is part of a Jenny Lynn Crib. A spindle, part of a spindle from a Jenny Lynn Crib. And then these 2 things come from Hobby Lobby. They're just the slices of wood that have the little bit of decoration. So I'm going to paint this in, I think I'm going to make it look more stained is what I need to do to that one. Hold on just a minute. I want it all to kind of look like that. Oh, weather was horrible yesterday. I tell you, it's been pretty rough here today, but it could be way worse. We could be in a tornado or hurricane or who knows, you know, a flood. So I still can't complain at all. Let's see. I think I'm going to use this sponge brush for this. And I've got just a dab of paint. Y'all know how much a dab is, right? I've got just a dab of paint in there. And I'm going to put quite a bit of water in there. I'm making a wash, kind of like a stain. And I'm just using one color. I think it's going to be fine. If I have to add something to it, then I will. But if you do have to add stuff to something like this, make sure, oh yeah, it's going to be great. Make sure that you mix way more than you know you're going to need, because you'll never get it the same later. And this has been glued on, oh goodness, I don't know how long, probably 6 months. So there's no way it's coming off. So on my page, when I said, let's think spring, I thought, you know, after all this crazy weather, some people are getting snow, some people are getting floods. I just thought, let's just, you know, everybody's Christmas pretty much is down. It is true. Have you ever, where are you? I'm in North Carolina, Joe. Where are you, actually? I looked at your page today. I stalk everybody's page that considers joining us, sorry. I want to know everything I can about the person, you know, because I am picky who comes in there. I don't let everybody that wants to come in there, come in there. So anyway, so where are you? But I have mixed paint up and thought I'd have plenty and not thought about later and had to touch it up, and it's not always right. It's not always fun either, because sometimes you have to repaint the whole thing because you didn't allow for that. Have you ever had to do that, Lisa? One time I had to practically repaint a dresser because I couldn't get it to match. So I had to mix up again and do a whole lot more and just repaint it. Eastern Montaigne. Where is that? I don't know where that is. That's okay. You don't need to tell me, you know, anymore on here. But I am in North Carolina. Not too far from Charlotte, Raleigh, Asheville. Kind of in that area. Hey, Ruth. Okay, I think this is looking pretty good. This is going to be easy to dry. Oklahoma, close to Margaret. I know where Margaret is too. Margaret's another one in our sweet little group. Hey, Judith. Do you work in your craft room? today, Nancy, did you get some more stuff done? I tore mine up and put it back together again. Not like the other day, though. This was easier. This was just threw it in some tubs and Tennessee. In Kingsport. Lisa, I forgot that. My cousins are in Kingsport. My cousin owns it used to be Cycle City Motorcycles, and now it's called Highly Dangerous T-shirts, sportswear. But he's got a business there. And then I have another cousin who have a Robin Easter group. She may be in Bristol though. Yeah. Arkansas. Hey, Phyllis. Don't you love it that we can all be together in the same spot, looking and doing the same thing, and everybody's everywhere doing all kinds of stuff. 7 inches. Nancy, no way. We just got rain and rain and rain and rain and power outages and stuff all day long. If we don't get to see snow this year, I'm moving. I'm not. I can't do that, but I feel like it. Okay, this is drying enough, so let me move it over here out of the way. Let me get some on that just in case that side shows whenever we don't want that looking like that. Let's just get some stain on that. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay, this is the first one we fooled with, so let's go back to it. Hey, Kimberly. You too, but snow is coming tonight. Not here. Not here. I bet y'all get some. My cousins always get snow, and lots of it for long periods of time, and it makes me sick. Okay, I had this folded up in a baby wipe, but for now, I'm going to use this little spouncer and see if this might be better. Love this color. It looks navy, but it's not really. It's kind of navy. And this will give it a little texture too. You don't like snow? I don't go out in it. My husband was a fireman for a lot of years. I see a spot I missed underneath the top. I sure did. A lot of years, and so, but we were in the mountains too. But he used to have to get out in it, and I used to cook for all the firemen and take food down there and make sure everybody had something to eat and coffee made, and it was just a whole lot of fun in our little community we had. Live in it, yeah. Mica powder to paint with. No, Lisa, I have not used mica powder. Do I need to? Tell me what it does. It's amazing how it looks. Is it shimmery? I mean, is it a glitzy thing? I love how this looks. I'll have to check that out, Lisa. You can send me a picture of something you did, if I can tell by that. Add shimmer and so pigmented, not like glitter though. Okay. I had a phone call. That's okay, Donna. I'm glad you're here though. One L. That is a different name. I hope I didn't botch that up. Hope I got it right. I'm getting low on paint. I need just a little dab more. Learn something you always like sharing. I know, I do too. That's why I do this, I guess, because I love teaching and I love seeing people do different things, and they just get excited, because if you like to create, but you don't have an imagination of what to create, but if somebody kind of inspires you, you can create. Sometimes it's all you need, you know? And then we get to learn about all these cool products to use. That's it. That's a plus. I think that's going to cover that really, really good. Here's a couple of spots that are still smooth. Oh, I see web under there. Is that what you saw? That was white. Oh, hey, Carla. That's all right. You're never late. I'm glad you can help your mom. Okay, that was just right. Just enough paint. I think it's... Let me get around these edges really good. Oh, I see web in there. Hold on. I see a spot right up in there. I don't know if I can get it or not. Yes, I can. I'm just dabbing in there and it's getting it. Okay, I've got to dry that before I move it. No, you're right. Yes, Emma's a craft supply collector. I have to say that slow. That's a tongue twister. A craft supply collector. My husband says I'm a hoarder. I said no. I collect craft supplies from different ways to save you money. He don't like the junk journaling thing. He said it looks like a hoarded mess. He don't like it at all. I said, well, good. I'm not doing it for you. But you need to use them, Emma. We're going to find a way to have you use every one of them. I can't wait to see what you got today, though. I got 2 big books and 1 small book. And some blank cards and envelopes to make cards. I love making cards. Okay, that looks like it's good enough to set it aside, and then we can work on this green one. Okay, I don't want to touch it too much because it's still tacky. Now, I have so much stuff, oh my goodness. I bet, Lisa, I do too. I have too much. But to be honest, of course I don't use it every day, but I've got a lot of stamps I haven't used, and I've got some stencils I haven't used, but other than that, I use about everything eventually. Okay. He just don't like the whole throwing all that stuff together. He just don't get it. And another thing, he's colorblind. Hey, Ruth Ann. I need some good molds. I love doing molds, girl. I love them. I get molds from IOD and Prima Redesign. They're a little more than some of them, but you get what you pay for, and you don't have to keep buying them. You know, you can't destroy them. And let me get another sponsor. And they just last forever, and you don't have to be careful with them. Who is an awesome inspiration, Nancy? Emma or me? I know. I cause Emma to go buy stuff. I'm just giving this a little shake, y'all. This is so thick. I like the lips on the ID. Me too. Me too. That micro edge is wonderful. It kind of sets it apart. But now, if they don't have what I want, and Prima does, I don't mind Prima, but Prima does not have that micro rim. It is. Do you make molds, Lisa? You just need new stamps? Is that what you're asking? Is that what you're saying? Y'all, the reason I'm spouncing this on is because I could brush it 2 or 3 more times and I would probably still be able to see through it and get brush strokes. This way it's getting it on even. It's easier, and it's going to give this paint a little bit of texture. So you will not see any brush strokes at all. It covers it completely up. Especially if you added a little baking soda to it. That really gives it texture. My thing is fabric and jewelry beading. But I paint, woodwork, etc. So you do a lot of stuff too, Sue. Hey, Joyce. How are you, my sweet friend? I haven't seen you in a while. I probably have too much paint poured out here, but that's okay. I can put it back in the jar as long as I haven't added any water to it. And if you add water to your paint, make sure it's not out of your faucet, even though I don't care if you live in the city or, you know, if you have a great well or whatever, still don't do that. Use spring water or what am I trying to say? Distilled. Distilled water is what I like to use. So I keep a bottle in here that I use to fill mine up. And my pens that I use to like cut my napkins, water pens. Water pens. I put that in there too. Why not? Hey, Shelly. How are you, Betty? And there's another Jan. Y'all, I get jars and do this the same way, but I don't paint the jar. I paint the lid and put molds on the lid. And then I have these really pretty apothecary jars. And they're on these stands. And I sell them in my booth all the time. They look really pretty in your bathroom. You could put them in your kitchen to put, you know, certain spices, or if you have mint somewhere in a sweet little place, you could stick some mints in one. You don't have to use it in your bathroom. They're just pretty. And I use pickle jars or whatever. Just make sure they don't smell. I had a couple of pickle jars that I could not get the vinegary pickle smell out of, no matter what I did. So I ran it through the dishwasher a bunch of times, and it finally helped. So, oh, good, Joyce. Good. I'm glad. I am loving it, loving it. I'm going to go live probably once a week and work on that. So I'm going to do some in the private group too, because Emma Kay, Nancy's working on one. Emma's getting stuff together. She wants to do one. Several of the people in my private group are doing them. And so that way we can go in there, and it's just more relaxed atmosphere, and we can be in there as long as we want and ask a bunch of questions. And we do crazy stuff. Sometimes we have pajama parties. Don't we all? What they are or what they're for. I'll try to show you if you go live after this, and just show me if you want to, if you got time, or tomorrow. It's up to you. Okay, this is looking good. I'm going to give it a dry. I'm loving the texture look of it. And here I am just wiping it off. Trying not to. Okay, let me put this aside in case I need it again. Until 2:09 in the morning. What do you mean? Pajama party? 2:09. Well, it was 1:09 my time. Was it 2:09 your time, girl? Yikes. We got on a live chat one night. I think you have a drip. Okay, let me check it out. If it's right there, that was where the glue ran, and I don't think there's anything I can do about that. And I hate it because you can see it, but let's hope people concentrate on the front. Is that what you saw, Terry? This right here? Is that what you saw? I know. I might take a knife and scrape it off or scrape it down, and I will try, but not right now because the paint's so fresh. I noticed it when I started painting it a while ago. I hate it when that happens. But it's where the glue ran down and dried. Oh, what's this? Oh my gosh. I know, I went to bed and my husband kind of, you know, woke up and said, "What time is it?" And I said, "I don't really know." He said, "What have you been doing?" I said, "We had a pajama party," and he thought that was funny. Well, I don't know if he thought it was funny. He just went right back to sleep, but anyway. This dries darker than it goes on, but it's the prettiest color of green. It's kind of got that gray. It doesn't have any blue in it. It's kind of got the green in it. I mean, the gray in it. So it gets darker. Look at there, hit it. I always do. it's kind of hard to fool with these till it cures. Okay, I'm going to set this aside and let the other, and start on another one. Probably said a prayer for us crazies. I pray for y'all every day, girl. Crafting with Annie. Are you Annie? Welcome. We are glad to have you. And if y'all have a business page, you're welcome to come in under your business page. If it's a crafting page, it's okay. I don't care. All right, let's set this aside. And I'm going to dry this over this one just a little bit, but I think it's pretty much dry enough. I don't think it's going to need anything else. It's almost got a redwood look to it. To leave that really good to dry. I probably put it on there 2 hours before I went live. And I set some things on top to kind of, you know, push it down a little bit, weigh it down. Probably only about 2 hours, so maybe 7 o'clock. And I went live at 9, so. And this is a hole from the Spindle. I might put a perch thing in it. I don't know what I might do to that. But right now, it don't even matter. Okay, this is what we're going to do with this one. I've got my hot glue set up. Let me get rid of these paints and get them out of my way. The longer the better, Emma, because of course it's got a cure and all that stuff. So the longer you can leave it, the better off it is. But tonight it was just 2 hours. But I won't take these anywhere and do anything with these probably for several days at least. Because I'd hate for somebody to purchase one and, you know, it fall apart when they go to wrap it. Some things just fall apart in the process. Okay, now I got this mess up. Now, I have some Spanish moss. And y'all, this whole thing right here just came out of an ugly old flower pot. See that? And you know, when you're in Goodwill or somewhere and you see something like that, think about how it can be used or what would you do with it? Because you need to know how it's going to look when you take it out of the box. I don't mean the box. I'm talking about, you know. I'm just kind of making kind of a little nest. And it's going to have to fit in there. So I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on the bottom. And let's hope I don't drip it down into my fingers. I don't think I will. Okay, and then I'm going to slide that in there and stick it down. And I'm going to let it come out. I'm going to show you in just a minute. I'll turn this around. Some of this is going to be sticking out naturally, and that's kind of what I want. So it's got some, it looks like a bird has made a nest in there. Hey Marlene, how are you tonight? Okay. I have some stuff here that I just pulled off of a wreath this summer. So I've got a little bit of stuff. I'm just going to pull it together. I don't know yet what I'm going to use. I'm just going to play with it a minute. I've got these sweet little white flowers. See how tiny they are. A couple of these little green leaves. And I've got some, oh, I'm covered. Where is my work cutter? I've got some of these little succulents. See, And so that's 3 right there. So I'm going to cut those apart. Hey, Allie, how are you? I don't know if I use all 3 of these or if I use one, if I don't use any. Even that little stick that came off of, y'all. I mean, you know, even that. I'm going to stick that out of there. I might just set my little bird on that. Let me just do that. Let me stick that there in case I want to rest my little bird on that. Okay, see, I put that little stick. And can y'all see good enough? Have I been having y'all up that far this whole time? I'm so sorry. Hey, Diane. How are you? So, I put that little stick right there. See, it's sticking out. You can't hardly tell, but we're going to put the bird on there, probably. Okay, let me stick some of this succulent there. Kind of on the edge. Let me stick a little bit of this coming out of it. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I like it. Okay. And not a whole lot. You don't need a whole lot of stuff. Just a few little things. Just so you know it's spring. I'm going to put one of these little flowers in there because it'll show up. And Carla, this is Dollar Tree items, girl. This is Dollar Tree. I have this sweet little bird. And it's a blue bird, but it's so teeny. And so I'm going to put it right on that little tiny branch. Let me find that little branch. Okay, let me hold that just a second and I'll turn it around. Hey, Luna. How are you, Stephanie? Okay. See, there he is in there. He's in there. Let me get something. Let me get a succulent behind him, too. It just looks like a hole in there. Not that a nest wouldn't look like that, but I don't want it to look like he's supposed to be in there, and he's not. I'm just going to stick a little succulent in there so you can see it. Okay. That's really all that needs. It doesn't need anything else except a candle. And if you want to put something like birch log, you know, this birch wood on it, you can if you want it taller. If you want to put a taller candle, if you want, just don't use a real tea light. I mean, I guess on the top you could. I don't know why. Bluebird of Happiness, all right. I like it just plain. I like it just plain, just like that. So there's one. And so that one is done. Let me just cut that off so we don't run the battery down and move it over to the side. Okay, and then we can work on this one. This one has still some spots. Let me dab a couple more spots and probably work on that other one because I'm seeing some light spots that didn't take. Because this is the time right now to do it. And it's really hard to tell because this paint is so light when it's wet and then it dries darker. So you're not sure if it's wet and it hasn't dried yet or if it's dry and you can see a spot. So And that drip is bugging me. I'll fix it in a little while though. Okay, let's let that dry while I do the brown one. Yeah, let that dry. I love this green color. Hey, Scott. They are adorable. Girl, you can get a pack of these little birds at Hobby Lobby. I think 3 in a pack for a couple of dollars. And this was $1.25 and this was $1.25. So this is celery green. Is that the one you love, Joyce? This one? This is my favorite. It's Waverly Celery Green. Oh, I see some white in there shining too. Hold on. I don't like the way that looks inside. It'd be awful to get it all done and then see all that later and you couldn't go back in there, fix it. You just had to live with it. Okay, looks great. Now let me set it over here and let it dry for sure. And we'll work on this one. Have a bigger bird for this one. I've just got a bunch of Spanish moss over here, y'all. And some succulents. Let me pull these succulents out of there. This stuff is messy, but I love the way it looks. I love it. Makes a mess. Whoa, it makes a mess. Just set it right there. Let me add a few succulents. I don't know about that hole, but I kind of like it there. I think that might be the front. I'll do something with it. I don't know what, but for now, I think it's just going to be the front. This thing is it's just going to drip. It don't matter. I haven't bought a new one yet. I keep thinking I am. I was going to put some of that around it, but I don't think so. I don't think it needs that. Let's see. I had some bigger succulents. Let me get the bird on there, and then I think I need to work around the bird. This bird it was $6.99, but it was from Hobby Lobby when it was like 90% off last year's spring stuff. So this thing was really, really cheap. So let's just put, this is a bigger ceramic bird. I'm going to put him right there. I made a good friend of mine a set of these. One was taller than the other for her birthday a couple of years ago. Thank you, Stephanie. Is the celery what you love, Joyce? The celery green? Okay. Isn't that sweet? That'd be cute just sitting anywhere. Now let me embellish this with a few more flowers and some more green stuff. And it won't take much. Oh, I like this big clump right here. Let me just get this huge clump right there. I gotta pay attention so I don't stick my fingers down in it, y'all. But I'll turn it around in a minute so you can see. I love anything with birds. I can't remember who it was last night. Was it Kathy Broderick? She said, I can't believe that you ain't got any birds on the pages. I'm like, well, I do. Not on that one, the old one. Okay, see, I put a whole clump of succulents right there instead of tearing them apart. So there's the front of the bird. Let me stick something back here. Here's a little bit of something like a fern. I'm just not liking that. Okay, and then I've got these sweet little flowers. These are different. See, aren't these pretty? This almost reminds you of yarrow. I don't know. But yarrow's bigger, but, you know, I don't know what it is, but they're pretty. I like white. White's showy on green. Can you turn this around and give it one of these over here? Now, if you've got some spindles laying around, if you've got an old Jenny Lynn Crib somebody gave you, you know, whatever, just have somebody saw it smooth wherever you want to. Hi, Kimberly and Annette. How are y'all? And these two pieces of wood right here, they're just from Hobby Lobby. I didn't sand them. I didn't do anything to them. I just glued them on there probably last year. Regret not buying one of those candle stands when it was on sale. I thought, which one? Which candle stand? Okay. I'm going to put just a little bit. You know what? Will that fit in there? By George, I think it will. But let's see if I can get a piece of this off. See, look, that fits right in there. It could be another little perch, and I could just put a little bit of moss on it, and it would look like a bird perch. Let's see if I can cut this thing. Let's try. I think if I cut into it enough all the way around, I could break it off. What you are using now, they have 3 different heights. Really? This came from an old Jenny Lynn Crib. And then these two things. But, you know, if you can get candlesticks, or you can take an old lamp apart, y'all. I've got a couple I made and put in my booth, and with bigger birds, and I took lamps apart. Aha. Okay. It's probably too short, but let's see what it'll do. Let's see what I got here. Well, you'll find some more on sale somewhere, Carla. But you can just use a lot of different things to just make up your own. It's kind of cool when you do that too, because it won't be like nobody else's. Okay, it looks like an old broke off stick, because that's what it is, but it's a dowel rod. And I'm just going to put a little bit. Well, I need to stain it first, because it kind of looks out of place. Let me use a little bit of this I have left and stain that a little bit. Blend it in. And then we'll do the green one. There we go. Okay. Okay, let me get a little tiny bit of moss. And let me glue some moss on there. Not much either. Hey, Mary. I hadn't seen you in ages. Girl, how are you? I don't think I have. Let's see. Do I need a little bit more? I think I do. Hey, Jan. If you go up to the top, Mary, make sure you're still following me, because a lot of times when Facebook does an update, somehow we get unfollowed. And I have to go myself to my pages that I like to follow. And right now, almost all of them I don't even see. Been looking at replays. Okay, there's a little bit of moss hanging on that. And see, it's all ratty looking. I mean, if a bird had done that, that's about how it looked, don't you think? Just kind of hanging out there. Okay, let me cut just a little sprig off of there. And I'm going to put just a little bit of one of those tiny little succulents as if it's kind of growing out of there. Well, I'm glad you're looking at replays, but gosh, I wish, make sure that you turn on live notifications and that you're actually following me. So if you go up to the top and touch those 3 buttons, or touch the screen right now anywhere, and it'll either say follow or following. If it says following, you are. If it says follow, that means you're no longer following me. And if you hit that, you will be. And then you should get notifications. That don't mean you will. Hey, Pat. Okay, y'all. There's a little succulent growing out of that. I think I'm through with this one. It's just plain. It's simple, but it looks just like this bird is threw some stuff in his little nest, and that's that one. Okay, now for my favorite one. Let me get some of this mess off here. Okay. Now, this is going to be this little greenish bird, since this is green. Whoa, I love the bird too. That came from Hobby Lobby when last year at the end of spring shop or whatever. So it wasn't much. I always, whenever they have those sales, like spring shop sales at the end of the year, I go and there's just certain things that I stock up on, and birds is one of them. And then Nancy, my friend in my sweet little group, she sent me, I'm going to need a little bit more moss. Did I not bring? Here's some, here's some, here's some. I thought I brought more. She sent me a bunch of little birds. And so I've been able to use quite a few of those. Let me get some hot glue in there. And I'm just kind of making a little nest out of this. Just messy, really messy. I want some on the sides. I want it hanging out. See, like that. I think I need a little bit more. Not much, just a little bit more. I want that kind of sticking out of there too. So that's even messier. Oh, thank you, Pat. Thank you. It's a lot of fun. Hey, Kathy. Kathy, what was it you said last? Was it you that said something about not having birds on my pages or something? I was thinking it was. Well, I'm making up for that tonight. I'm doing 3 different bird things. So let me put some little white flowers and a succulent in there. Hey, Kathy. Kathy Barderick, Kathy Keene. How are y'all? I've got 2 or 3 Pats, 2 or 3 Jans, 2 or 3 Kathys. Wow, y'all. Thanks for hopping on. But that journaling thing is fun. Hey, Virginia. How are you? That succulent won't be seen, but just a little bit. So this bird might be a little too green. It might be a little much. If it is, maybe. Let's try this little white bird. Nope, I don't like it either. Another blue one. Let's try the little blue one. Well, he's just perfect. Let's just put another blue one in there. He's perfect. Hey, Sheila. Well, good. I'm glad y'all did. I want to go live about 1 night a week and just do journaling. I'm going to do more than that in the private group because they're making some, and we're going to do a lot more extensive stuff in there. But, I mean, if it's something everybody's interested in, I will do that once a week with y'all. I took the little stick that was sticking out of this and made a little spring kind of to give something for that glue to hold on to. So he won't look like he's falling on his head. Maybe. Maybe we'll see in a minute. He might. Let's see. Okay. So far, so good. We still put a little bit more moss. Reminds me of that Fenton green milk glass color. It kind of does, doesn't it? That, let me put a little more moss sticking out of there if I can not stick my finger in it. Now it's stuck to my finger. I pulled it out. Oh, goodness. Well, that's okay. It's on there. That was quite a mess, but it's on there. Okay. See that little bird just sitting there? I like the blue. Hey, Lori. You are good at making things look natural. Oh, thanks, Mary. I try to. I mean, you know, I try to make something look like I want it to look sitting in my own house. So, I guess that's a good explanation. I don't know. But thank you for the compliment. Let's see. Let me see if this little bit of green. This is kind of cool looking. And if I can make it not look like an umbrella in there or something. Let's see what I can do with this one. Okay, I like it right there. Okay, let me get it back in there where I had it. Hey, Jane. Thanks, Stephanie. I'm glad you do. I'm making up for not putting in my journal. Okay, see, there's just one little sprig of something hanging out of there. Okay, y'all. I might put a little Spanish moss in the top and put this in there with a candle on that. I'm not sure. Let me just play with that a minute. I want something else in there. Hey, Debbie. Yeah, I like it. I do. Let's do that. No changing my mind now. That's it. Okay, now, this is just going to be airy. I don't want it real thick in there. I want to kind of hide that, but not completely. And I don't want to stick my finger in the hot glue. This thing, when I turn it around, and I tell you this, you will not be able to unsee that. This looks like two eyes in somebody's mouth going. When I turn it around, you're going to go, oh my gosh. I hate to even turn it around now. It looks just like that. Hold on a minute. Okay. Tell me what you see. Hey, Betty, what do you see? It looks just like two eyes and a big old mouth with a bird sitting on the tongue. Do you see that, Mary? It does look like that. Oh my gosh. You won't be able to unsee that now. Joyce and Sherry noticed it. And you just weren't going to say anything. You were just being so sweet. No, you can't unsee it now. Well, that's what it looks like. I think I'll put that on my tag. Bird with eyes and a big mouth. On my craft tag. Oh my gosh. Put some pearls or bling in the holes. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Where's the candle? He's gonna look like he has a crown on now. He looks like a birthday cake. Now he looks like a birthday a cupcake. Oh gosh. Put a nose on him. You'll love that tag. I know. I need to put a birthday cake man birdhouse. Oh my gosh. The meals where my both is, y'all. Then he would have shiny eyes. I thought it was me. Y'all were just not going to say nothing. To wrap some jute or ribbon around it. That's a really good idea, Jill. That's a really good idea. Let's cover his eyes up. Then he won't look like he has a mouth. Even though he's kind of cute. Woo. Let's see what happens here. Sorry, buddy. I'm going to blind you. Oh, gosh, Mom. I've got tears running. Rope or twine through the holes. Oh, I never get it through the holes because I can't get it through the other side. I don't think so. But I can do it like this. Oh, that helps tremendously. Oh, yes, that is so much better. Oh, gosh, we always have fun in here anyway, y'all. So, but I was working on that, and I put that little bird in there, and I looked up, I'm like, oh, my gosh, it looks like he's going. That can't happen. It can't stay that way. Okay, let's see what y'all think about this. Oh, that's cute. I like it a lot. It covered his eyes up, too. What you think? Now he don't look like that. His eyes are gone. It's cute. So, there you go. Woo. All right, I'm going to glue that little knot down, and that way it's no way it's going to come loose. And the candle will just sit there. Can't glue the candle down. Your side hurts. What'd you say? Who said that? Gonna catch my side from heaven. Oh gosh. Bird eating candlestick house. There you go. It is better. Oh gosh. I got makeup everywhere, I'm sure. Okay, but that's cute. I like it now. It don't look like a face and a mouth. Okay, y'all. There you go. It's cute now. That's crazy. I mean, you just never know until you make something. I saw one time somebody put light fixtures in a kitchen. They did not look good. Okay, there is that one. Mary says yes now. Let's say very cute. Oh gosh, I know. You just can't unsee stuff like that. Not once you see it. And you know, if I brought that home, if I bought that, as much as I love this color, you know, in birds, I probably would go in a thrift store and buy that thing and get home and sit it down on the table, and I look over there and saw that thing like that, I would have to get rid of it because I would never see it any other way. Right. And there's the navy blue one. I love this one. This is also, this whole thing, it looks like two, but this whole thing came from the Dollar Tree. Half of it was navy and half of it was white. And this color is, it looks black in there, but it's not. It's kind of a navy green. It's almost black though after it's painted. It gets darker. And why is this candle not working? Oh, didn't have it on. I cut it off, didn't I? So, how you like that one? That one's got a big mouth too, but it just doesn't look the same as that other one. So, I'm leaving that one alone. I'm just leaving it alone. I'm not covering that one up with the rope. It is cute though. Okay, and there was another one I was going to do, and I just didn't get the stuff together and couldn't decide exactly. So let me move these out of the way. It was this. I pulled these out. I just hadn't put the stuff together to do it. Maybe tomorrow night or another night. But I had this flower pot, and I had it like that. And then I thought, no, it's not proportion. You know, this is big, this is too little. And so then I thought, okay, that's a good size for that. An upside down pot, flower pot, looks cute. And then I got this lid, can lid that I cut out of something, you know, the top off of something, and put that there to put moss and stuff on. I kind of like that. I kind of could do something with that. And that kind of looks like burlap after it was painted. It's kind of cute. So since it has a heart, I thought, and this came from the Dollar Tree. That came from the kitchen, and this came from the Dollar Tree too. You get a bunch of these. These are those peat moss things. And I thought, I will get some paper. Oh, good, Mary. I'm glad y'all got a laugh. I'm glad you did. But I thought, if I got some paper, and it was kind of shabby chic, Valentine-y, because it has a heart, you know. So maybe tomorrow night or Thursday night, I'll get some paper and show y'all how to cover something like this with paper. And it covers every inch. And then I can kind of shabby it up and I don't think I have another teeny tiny bird. I'll have to see what I can find to go on there. Maybe a butterfly. It doesn't have to be a bird. It could just be a little butterfly. I can punch out a butterfly on there. And so I might do that with you guys on Thursday night. What do you think? Would you like to see how that turns out? Because I can put some Spanish moss and some stuff on there. And all that is Dollar Tree stuff and a lid from a can. And so even your children, grandchildren can help do that. Oh, and y'all, I was going to apologize yesterday about, look at my nails. I know y'all have noticed. Well, I had beautiful nails like 2 weeks ago. My daughter did my nails. And when I took those things off, my nails came off too. And they were just like paper. And so they're just about to the nubs. And so they got to grow back. And I haven't taken time to stop and polish them. But anyway, I don't have nails anymore. It ruined them. And I said the last time I did that, I wouldn't do that again. And I hope I never do, because it's not good for your nails. If the ones of you who do it all the time, good for you if you just keep on doing it. But I just don't want to just keep on doing it. So it was good to see you too, Stephanie. Good to see you. Let's see. Looks like a good project. I think so too. And I'll find something else. This is not a very long project at all. So maybe I'll just leave this right here and I'll do this or something like this with y'all Thursday night. I may be on tomorrow night. I don't really know. But I've been trying to come on Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and sometimes Sunday nights, because we have church early on Sunday night. So, man, I'm itching. It's probably from laughing so much. I don't know. Okay, y'all. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed it. The big mouth birdhouse and all. And I will see y'all Thursday night. If you're watching me right now and that red light button's right there, look at my fingers. Look at that. That's not mascara, that's paint. But if you're watching the red light button right there, then I'm still live. But chances are, if you're watching me right now, you're watching the replay and that red light button won't be there. And make sure you're following me. If you'll reach up there and you'll see 3 little buttons, if you'll click on those and, okay, Emma. If you'll click on those, it'll tell you if you're following me or not. If you were or you want to, then just click that and it'll say that you're following, because you won't get notifications otherwise. And it doesn't mean you will. It means Facebook does what they want. And, you know, we try. So, all right. So good night, everybody. I will see you, if not tomorrow night, I will see you Thursday night. Have a good night. Stay safe and dry and warm. Bye.